Tell them to please explain to us why dental hygienists make more than assistants. And I don't want to hear that, oh, we went to school for 4 years BS. My state where I work, I get paid. Hopefully you guys still want to be dental assistants when I let you guys know how much we make. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to do a Q&A because I have been getting so many questions dental assisting wise. So I was like, let me just do a Q&A so that you guys can refer to this video. Before we get into this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I'm about to give y'all the real tea on dental assisting. So I'm gonna need y'all to like and subscribe this video because I'm giving y'all free tea. And free tea is always good tea, but you gotta make sure you're subscribed. I'm also going to put in my own questions. I mean, some people have asked how much I've made, but I haven't really said. So in today's video, I'm gonna be spilling all the tea. Hopefully you guys still want to be dental assistants when I let you guys know how much we make. Stay tuned because I'm sure I'll answer that question at the end so that you guys can watch the whole video. I'm gonna get in with the questions because I have a lot of questions. I'm gonna be getting them off of my iPad. So yeah, let's just get started, okay? I should have been prepared, but first question is, someone asked, I'm not gonna say anybody's name because I don't know like if they want me to. So the first question is, how long was your dental assistant program? Was it easy finding a job afterwards with little no experience? So my dental assistant program was 8 months, so it was 6 months in school, 2 months out of school doing internship or externship. So yeah, total of 8 months, 6 months in school and 2 months out of school in an office. Getting your experience. So you do not get paid to go in those offices. You have to get your hours. You don't get paid for it. This is a full-time externship, so it's Monday through whatever day that the office works, and you have to be there from 8 to 5 or 8 to whatever their hours are. You have to be there at that time because you have to get your hours in. My school was very, I wouldn't say, they weren't strict when I was in school, but we've had internships come to our office and they've said that they don't even care if there's a holiday. You have to figure out how you can get those hours. You have to be done at a certain time. I don't know how other schools are doing it, but you have to be done at a certain date and you have to get all of your hours to officially graduate and get your certificate. So to answer her next question, was it easy finding a job afterwards? For me, I'm gonna answer this in my perspective. It was not easy for me to find a job. So when you are in school, they set up interviews for you and you have to go interview at those offices and they either call you or they don't. I went on a few interviews and of course I did not get those jobs, but I felt like I didn't get those jobs for a reason because I was almost at the end of the process where like you have to get into a job at a certain time. So I was almost at the end of that time. So I was super blessed because an office called me. I never interviewed for this office. The office called me. They called my school. The director gave them my number. I didn't have to interview. All I had to do was come in the next day and start. So I had went on all of those interviews. I never got the job. I was feeling so like did I do this for no reason because I'm not getting a job, and that job called me. I went in the next day, and I've been there for 4 years, going on 5. So I think it was meant for me to have the job that I have now, because it was just so easy for me to get into that job. It just depends on your area. Like, I really didn't even want to be in the areas that I was interviewing for, which was the area in my school, which is like downtown. I did not want to be in that area. So I love the area that I'm in right now. I actually moved in this area. So that answers that question. I don't know, it might be different for you guys, but that's how it was for me. So another question is, how long have you been a dental assistant? And I pretty much just answered that question. I've been a dental assistant for 4 years, and my anniversary is in December, so I'll be 5 years in December. Someone asked, how's your office / more experienced co-workers / boss? I've heard so much about how dental assistants are treated so badly and disrespected and so miserable at work. So everybody that's been in my office, we all basically came there together, so no one's more experienced than the other, really. I love all of my co-workers. We have no drama at our office. It's just 3 of us, and there's 2 girls, me and another girl, and a guy. I am super blessed to be in an office with no drama. Imagine working in an office with all of these girls. I just couldn't imagine it. But I'm so lucky we all get along. I love my co-workers. If they're watching this video, I love you guys. I'm so glad that we are a great team together. And yes, I just love working with them, and it's so fun working with them. I never like go to work and be like, oh, I have to see them. Like, I'm always excited to see them. Love my co-workers. My boss, he's super nice. But he's a little bit too nice. But yes, he's cool too, and I love working for him as well. So I'm in like a really good office, no drama. The boss is nice. I have worked for doctors that aren't the nicest, and it's not a good feeling at all. So I couldn't imagine working for a doctor full time, having to deal with his attitude and just having to deal with that. I just couldn't imagine. So there used to be another dentist in our office, and he needed an assistant, so I used to work for him part-time Wednesdays and Fridays, and then I worked for the doctor that I'm working for now Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. But that doctor has left our office, so right now I just work with my normal doctor Monday through Thursday. I know how it could be miserable at work, because that's how it was when I worked for this other doctor. It was just like, he was mad about every little thing, literally, and you just couldn't. He wanted me to replace somebody that he had been working with before, and you just can't do that because I'm not her. So that's that. Someone asked, what dental school or program did you attend? I went to Concord Career College. I don't recommend that school at all. I didn't learn anything at that school. I would not go back to that school if I wanted to do hygiene. We will get into why I don't want to do hygiene in a little bit. I would never go back to that school. I don't recommend it. Now, I don't know how it is in other states, but if you are in Missouri or Kansas, I do not recommend going to Concord, period. And I say that because it's just too unprofessional. When I was in school, and it's not just me, I've heard so many horror stories about Concord before I went. I guess it's even more ratchet and ghetto now. I had so many new directors, I couldn't even like get comfortable with one before a new one came in. You don't learn anything. I didn't learn anything until I got into the office. They have you looking so dumb at that school that when you go to an office, they're like, oh, do you know what etch, bond, and this is? And you're like, what? You know what the stuff is, but you don't understand it until you get into the office and see what like happens in the office. I feel like the school is just too fast. There's too many people in one class, and I just feel like they need to either make it longer or make the hours longer, because we're only there from 9 or 7 to 12. Like, I don't know if that's like that at any other school, but if it is, I recommend to study on your own, because we've had people from school come to our office to do their externships, and it's so hard teaching somebody and they don't know anything, like nothing at all, and it's so hard. And I recommend, if you are in school, just to study, watch YouTube videos, because you do not want to go into an office and you don't know what a composite filling is. Study on your own. I don't know how everybody's school is, but I wish that I would have known to watch YouTube videos. But luckily the office that I went to, it was pretty easy. The reason why they called my school and needed somebody the next day is because they had somebody quit. So there was nobody there to help me. I just had to figure it out on my own. Just imagine not knowing anything from school, going into this office. It's just me. There's a schedule full of patients already, and I don't know a thing. So if you go to Concord, let me know your experience down below. I want to know if it's just my state or is it everywhere. Like, are they unprofessional everywhere? Just let me know in the comments down below. That was a whole ramble, and that girl only asked me what school did I attend. Someone asked, are you EFDA? I am not. My state does not require me to be, so why would I be? Also, I am not certified because I just don't have to be unless I go to a state where it requires me, or office that requires me, then I will. But it's just a lot of work to be certified. I feel like once you're out of school, like, your certificate should be your certification. Like, why do I have to pay another whatever to take a test and get certified? Like, I have my certificate is good. I mean, if your state requires it, then I would go ahead and do it. If not, then it is what it is. If your boss pays for it, then you should go ahead and do it. Mine didn't, so I'm not gonna do it. Someone says, I'm about to go to school for a dental assistant. I'm 18. How was your experience in school? I answered that, and she said, what do you do after you get your certificate? So after you get your certificate, hopefully you already have a job lined up. It's very, very important to make sure you get that job in your externship, because if you're trying to go and find a job and you don't have no experience, 9 times out of 10 they don't want to hire you right out of school. So make sure, it's so important that you really work hard and make sure that office is actually even hiring. You want to make sure that they're hiring. You want to make sure that you do the best that you can so that you get that job. It's just hard to get a job with no experience. Most places, they ask you for 3 to 5 year experience. Most offices, they don't even want students because they don't want to deal with all of the hard work trying to train somebody. But yeah, it's kind of hard to get a job right after school if you don't get that externship. So make sure you get that job when you are doing your externship. Somebody said, what state are you working in? I noticed you work independently. I work in Kansas. Someone said, do you think in this profession dental assistant jobs are secure with the threat of COVID again? I really don't know. We are really busy. I work in a private practice and I'm the only assistant at my office, so I really don't know what other offices are doing, so I really can't answer that question. Someone said, do you work and do you live in Georgia? No, I do not. Someone asked, do you get good benefits in a private practice? I don't think it's as good as you would in corporate, but yes, I do get benefits. Someone asked a bunch of questions. So this first part, it says, was dental assisting school extremely challenging? The school that I went to, it was, but I didn't notice that it was until I got out of school and got into the office. Do you plan on staying a dental assistant? I don't plan on being a dental assistant forever. 10 years I would probably stop, or even before that if I'm able. Before I do stop, I do want to be an ortho assistant. I work in a general practice right now. Goal is to stop working there in like 3 years, and I really want to be an ortho assistant. I just want to work by myself, honestly. And when you're an ortho assistant, I don't know, correct me in the comments, you're not like really assisting the doctor. You're placing the brackets on by yourself, you're changing the bands by yourself, and the doctor just comes and checks. And that's what I like to do, things by myself. My favorite thing to do in a general practice is to do crown press, because I get to do them by myself. Well, after the doctor is done prepping. I really want to be an ortho assistant, so if you guys have any connections, please let me know. I'm on my phone now because some people DM me on Instagram. Someone said, is it true that we make up to $20 an hour? It is true that you make up to $20 an hour. Do you make $20 an hour when you start? No. And how long is it gonna take you to get to that $20? In my state, you can make up to 22. And I feel like we all assistants need to go down to the ADA and tell them to please explain to us why dental hygienists make more than assistants. And I don't want to hear that, oh, we went to school for 4 years BS. The hygienists are probably going to be in the comments yelling at me, but dental hygienists don't do anything. And they do, but not as much as an assistant. So I really do not understand why, and this makes me so mad. I do not understand why. I don't understand at all. They get paid $10, $15 more than assistants. I really do not understand it. And assistants have so much work that they have to do. It is such a hard job. We make the office go round. Like, without us, who's ordering supplies? Who's assisting doctor? Who's telling the doctor what to do, where to go? Who's fixing doctor's schedule? Who's sending out lab cases? Who's doing sterilization? Who's learning all this new technology? Like, I can go on and on, and I just really don't understand it. And I feel like they really played us and with this pay. So my state where I work, I get paid. So I'm gonna tell y'all this. So when I first got the job, they offered me $12.50. You pretty much get $1 every year. So just do the math in your head. I've been an assistant for 4 years, going on 5. That's how much I get paid. And I mean, where I live is doable, but for the work, you guys, it is not worth it. I love what I do. I wish that they would just pay us more. Like, we assistants deserve it, literally. If someone new comes into the office, who has to train them? Me. I have to do my work and train that assistant. I just hate the topic of the pay of assistants versus hygienists, because I just don't think it's fair. If we have to go to school for 4 years, then so be it. For me to get paid $30, $35, $40 an hour, which that's what a hygienist pretty much makes, then I would go to school for 4 years. But I don't want to be a hygienist because that's boring. I don't want to sit there and clean teeth all day. I don't. That's so boring to me. Assistant, there's always something new. None of the same people come in with the same treatment. There's something new every day, something new every hour. I don't have to sit here and be doing fillings all day. That's not what I do. I don't want to be a hygienist and sit there and clean teeth all day. That's just not what I want to do. I think it's so boring, and I think it's not fair of how much they get paid versus an assistant. But that's my opinion. But if y'all want to go down to the ADA with me, please let me know in the comments down below, and we can go and we can protest, because I just don't understand. If you know the answer, please let me know in the comments down below. I think hygienists are so lazy. Don't kill me in the comments, but I do. And not that I've been around multiple hygienists, but the ones that I have been around, they don't really like to do anything besides clean teeth. So yeah, I would have been a hygienist, but the school that I went to, they told me to do assisting first and to come back so that it's easier for me to do the hygienist program. I'm kind of upset that they told me that, because that's not true. I mean, it is true, but why would I quit my job and go to school full-time for 4 years? Like, it's just not worth it to me, and I don't want to do that anyways, because like I said, I don't want to be a hygienist. I used to, but I don't anymore. The only thing fun about being a hygienist to me is if somebody has heavy buildup. Like, that's so cool to see to me. I want to see the before and after, but that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, so please let me know in the comments down below if you know the answer to that question, because I just really don't understand why they get paid more than us. So pretty much the end of this video. If I forgot to answer any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Let's have a conversation in the comments down below. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel. I see all of you commenting. I see the ones that comment on every video, and I really appreciate it, and I will remember you guys. I'm trying to think of any other questions before I click out, or before I can't hiccup it, before I let y'all go. But I really don't know right now. But so yes, I will see you guys in my next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below any questions that you guys have, any concerns that you guys have. Let's have a conversation. Any hygienist that feels some type of way, let's have a conversation in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.